What's going on, y'all? It's Mason Bleasdell, your Austin real estate agent. And if you're watching this video, if you're thinking about moving to Hutto, maybe you're doing some research on this because you're about to be relocated here, there are a ton of things going on here. This city is absolutely exploding. Even though it's only about 36,000 people right now, it's one of the smaller suburbs around Austin. There's one major employer just a little bit over that way that is absolutely exploding this town. There's so much going on here. There's so many cool things coming that if you are thinking about moving here, you're gonna wanna see. Let's jump into it. We're gonna jump in the car and go for a drive. All right, y'all, we're starting here at City Hall. And why? Because this is the end of the co-op district. I'm gonna have Sam overlay some drone footage over here. He's really good at that stuff. But the co-op, as you look through the windows right here, so much is going on and coming soon here. So right where you're looking off to the right, Jack Allen's Kitchen is coming in. It's gonna overlook the little pond over in the back there. Some more restaurants and retail. You know, this is what they're trying to build out as like Hutto's town center. Kind of a mixed use, you know, come out here on a Friday, there's live music going on. You know, you've got some retail shopping, you've got some restaurants. Southside Market opened just last year, a nice barbecue place. There's some renovations happening on this building right behind me. Top Notch Burger Drive-In just opened just off here to the right. You've got some professional offices through here. Eventually it's gonna turn into even so much more retail, professional kind of offices. You know, like AT&T, for example, is in here now. Straight ahead of us is Top Notch, your old style drive-in. This is really something that Hutto is investing a ton into, making a special place, like a town on of its own, rather than just a suburb of Austin. And I think that's so fantastic for this area because, again, our fellows down in Taylor are getting Samsung. And from here, literally, if you could see through that building, you can see the cranes that are building the current Samsung plant. Now, Samsung does have a plant here right now, a microchip plant, but the one out in Taylor is gonna be the biggest one that they have yet in this area. It's gonna be employing a ton of people, and it's gonna be employing a bunch of ancillary businesses as well, which we're gonna drive to right now. All right, so we just pulled off of 79, just behind me. We're now on the far east side of Hutto, and behind me you can see just through here, not only is a new power substation, which is going to supply all of this area you can see here, that's very quickly turning into different commercial developments, a lot more residential from the neighborhood that's expanding straight in front of us, Cross Creek. But just beyond it, if you can see, Samsung. Now, Samsung, of course, will have a Taylor address, but it is on the far, far Hutto side. For the schools, for the infrastructure, for the restaurants, for the shopping, for a lot of reasons, a lot of people who are moving to this area specifically for Samsung or any of the supporting businesses are choosing Hutto. And they're choosing areas like Cottonbrook that we're pulling into right now. I actually have a buyer under contract in here at the moment. It's a fantastic neighborhood, really, really close to all of the things. And because Hutto is smaller, because it's only 36,000 odd people, it's really nice because you're never super far from everything. One of the biggest complaints that I hear from you guys that move to Texas and you're relocating from other places is you've got to drive everywhere because everything is so spread out in Texas. And generally, definitely true. You know, if you're looking to get downtown Austin from here, without traffic, expect 25, 30 minutes, realistically, and you are gonna have a toll road between here and there. At the same time though, there's almost nothing that you can't have in Hutto or in next door Round Rock or Pflugerville that you need to leave for unless you wanted to. Now obviously there's not much in the way of like nightlife out here. It's a little bit more suburban, a little bit more family oriented than that. But if that is what you're looking for, Hutto's a fantastic spot. Now, before I go on to show you a little bit more of like the restaurants and commercial things that are developing, we got to make a quick stop here. Now this is Cross Creek, which is jutted up right next to Cotton Brook. One of the most popular communities for someone moving to the Hutto area that wants to be in that, you know, 300s to mid $400,000 price range. And amenities just like the lap pool behind me. You've got playgrounds, all sorts of things out here. So if you're looking for a great place for your family, this is it. Now, a new phase is about to come, phase 3 of the neighborhood. Working on coming in 2024, so stand by for that. If you're interested in this, I can get you on that interest list, reach out. But if you're looking for, again, a more master plan community, somewhere where families are playing at the park together, you can get to meet people. It's a really easy place to relocate to if you're looking to do that. This is a great place for it. But let's jump back in the car. I got a lot more to show you. All right, now we are in Old Hutto, which is actually like a pretty old part of town and is fully being revitalized again because Hutto itself is investing so heavily into creating this place into more than just a suburb, but a town on its own. Like you can see right behind me, we've got a Lamppost Coffee here. A pizza restaurant is just about to open. You've got different boutiques and stuff like fun shopping areas. You've got a bunch of more different restaurants just opening up right here. Texan Cafe, a bakery. You know, just making this more and more a walkable place, somewhere you can come with friends and family. There's a little park area here with even more hippos. And if you didn't recognize this already, the hippo is Hutto High School's mascot. They sell hippos every year as fundraising. So if you weren't aware, that is why there are so many hippos here. As you can see, another one right there on that corner. Now, being an older town right off of the square, there are a couple. Now again, this is a very small area, so if this is like what you're looking for, if you're looking for a historic home, it's going to be a hard one to find one for sale here. But just behind me you can see like older, really nice restored homes. We are filming this right before Halloween. Normally there are not skeletons in the yard. But this one is currently going under renovation right here. You've got like some old charm, you know, old Texas town charm here in Hutto. And again, that's one of the really cool things because it's hard to find something like that outside of like Georgetown, for example. But if you need to be here, if you need to be up the street from the Tesla factory, for example, this really is a cool place to do it. As you can see, they're turning some of these older homes, like restoring them into offices and making it professional space. Like, it's just preserving so much of the character of Hutto and what made it special in the first place. But we've looked enough at like some older areas. Let's go show you what's coming soon. Some new developments just around the corner here before I got one more really cool residential spot to show you. Now, as we're cruising down 79, which is again that east-west main corridor highway through Hutto, you can see just over my shoulder here is Hutto High School. Now, Hutto High School obviously has grown tremendously because of all the increased growth in Hutto itself. And because of that, they've got that brand new football stadium, and they're currently working on yet another expansion to the high school to be able to house more folks. And Hutto ISD is dumping a ton of money and resources into sponsorship programs and all sorts of like cool science programs they're working on. Anyways, if you're curious about more of that, definitely let me know. I can hook you up with it. But so much is going into like the schools and offering a lot more of the programs and resources that some of the bigger places have here in Hutto. And lastly, as you can see just across the corner here, another truckload of brand new Tesla Model Ys. If you're relocating here for Tesla and you're curious about a good community, somewhere with good schools, good lifestyle, all those things, definitely Hutto should be on your radar. Now, SH-130, just over my shoulder, is the major north-south toll road that goes around the east side of Austin. And this little corridor, this cornfield you see right here, is currently up for development. It's going to be some more commercial space, some more distribution type work, which is going to be partially supportive of that Samsung plant. Just over my right shoulder, out this window, if you want to spin around, some brand new retail stuff is going in to further support the brand new Academy Sports Store that just opened right next to a Lowe's and this YMCA, which is also fairly new, just giving some really cool like gym type, and if you've got kids, gets them some amenities to work with also. Like again, Hutto's expanding so fast, there's so many great amenities here, just all the more reason why you don't need to leave if you were to live here. It's not just a suburb, it's a little bit more than that. But let's continue onwards. We're gonna go to Star Ranch. I get to the last thing I'm going to show you, we got to make a stop here in Star Ranch, because if you've been looking for a golf course community, this is basically your only one here in Hutto, but it's fantastic. There's a good myriad of homes all the way down to condo-ized, single-family homes, so smaller yards, a little bit lower maintenance, to some brand new single-family homes. This one behind me is just shy of 3,000 square feet, and it's priced in the mid-500s, so you get a ton of value to be in a golf course community really close to a lot of things, like a brand new HEB literally at the exit of this neighborhood, and at a fairly reasonable price range if you're looking to be here in Hutto. But like I promised, we got one more thing to show you. Let's jump in the car. Our last stop for this video starts here in Hutto Town Square. This community is fantastic because it brings one of Austin's most premier builders of a semi-custom home, Coventry, here in Hutto on the north side of town. Now, this area is super easy access, of course, into Hutto proper, but it's also very easy to get into Hutto itself. Jump on 130, access north or south, get to places like Costco, for example, very quickly. But as you can see, it just brings that next tier of building. Most of the homes in here are in the 600-ish range. Some go up to 7, depending, of course, on size and options. But as you can see out the window, these are beautiful homes. Really nice tall ceilings, tall doorways, options for 3-car garage, board and batten siding. Coventry Homes is known for a lot of their features, known for a lot of customizability, and it's really cool to be able to have a product like this here in Hutto. Now, there are similar builders as well. Ashton Woods is just a stone's throw across the road here. So you've got a good variety. If you're looking for, again, a more master plan community, somewhere where you can really connect into your neighborhood, this is really cool. And like we've seen through this tour, there's a lot of variety here in terms of finding the exact right home for you and your family. And if you are looking to relocate here, if you found this video valuable to you, I'm so glad. Thank you. I put a lot of time into making this happen. If this was helpful to you and you're looking to move here, reach out. I'd love to help you on that journey. My contact info is on the screen. Shoot me a call, text, email, anytime. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.